Give a shot, Gil.
Look who showed up. I thought she was fired, huh? Thought she was fired, huh? Looking like you. I'm so crazy, man. You supposed to be fired, man.
Hey, I knew you was gonna be here. That's why I'm outside. I knew we had a chance.
You go over McCants,
I was gonna have a sign.
To the
hiring? All you gotta do is make one.
kids, this is all we do.
No, actually, we'll erase it after we pick clip from clip. Not fine. They ain't that many.
You gotta announce that publicly.
No, I got you. No, he's on up to it, 100%. He's on up to it.
We appreciate you guys coming out.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you guys.
A few days ago, Rashad McCants stopped by the Underground Lounge with Lou Williams and Spank Horton, and it didn't take long before the conversation shifted to everything happening with Gilbert Arenas. When they asked him about it, Rashad joked around at first before saying people really need to hear everyone's side of the story. He explained that he simply shows up, does his job when it's time, and leaves the rest alone, although he added a few more comments after that. I wasn't able to follow everything as it happened because I was on the road driving through Dallas. By the time I got settled though, the news had already taken over the timeline. Gilbert Arenas had officially signed with Playmaker, and both Gil and Josiah were at the event. Nick Young, also known as Swaggy P, showed up as well and posted a video saying it was time to get to work and show us the money. In that same clip, he also slipped in a small jab, and plenty of people noticed it right away.
I knew you was gonna be here. That's why I'm outside. I knew we had a chance.
You go over McCants,
I was gonna have a sign.
Now that everything has been made official, Gilbert Arenas is officially headed to Playmaker, with the next season set to launch in August. For a while, it wasn't clear how everything was going to shake out, but now the picture is a lot clearer. With the move to Playmaker, this becomes the next chapter for the show, especially since Gilbert Arenas and the crew already built a well-oiled operation on the Gilbert Arenas YouTube channel. There are still a few questions about everything else surrounding the transition, but one thing is obvious: this is a major move for the brand. The show already had a loyal audience, so it was on an upward path regardless of where it landed. Whether it was Playmaker or somewhere else, the fans were always going to follow Gilbert Arenas. According to Front Office Sports, Gilbert Arenas has officially found a new home for his podcast after departing Underdog. The report also says longtime co-host Josiah Johnson will be joining him as the show moves to the new platform. Playmaker CEO Dave Katzman said Gil and Josiah built an incredible community through their authenticity, talent, and relentless drive, adding that the company is excited to help grow the brand while continuing to serve longtime fans and introduce the show to new audiences. Arenas, who played for the Warriors, Wizards, Magic, and Grizzlies during his 11-year NBA career, launched Gilbert Arenas in 2023, and it has since become one of the most popular basketball podcasts, averaging more than 70 million views each year. Gilbert Arenas, a three-time All-Star, had a very public split with Underdog after selling the company a 50% stake in Gilbert Arenas when they first partnered in February 2023. He officially left the platform in May and has said the Gilbert Arenas name will be transferred back to him later this summer. Earlier this month, Underdog moved away from producing original content so it could focus on prediction markets and daily fantasy gaming. Now, Gilbert Arenas is set to relaunch on Playmaker in August, with 5 episodes every week. Playmaker's lineup already features shows like The Roommates with Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart, The Big Podcast with Shaq, Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, Let's Rap About It, and several other major podcasts across the network. So this is clearly a big step forward for Gilbert Arenas, and it looks like the brand is only going to keep growing from here. A lot of people already expected Nick Young to make the move because he had been hinting at it, and trolling has always been part of his personality. Even when Gilbert Arenas first left Underdog, Nick Young joked about whether he had been fired before turning around and poking fun at everyone else involved. The bigger question now is what the rest of the crew decides to do. It's still unclear where Brandon Jennings, Kenyon Martin, and Skip Bayless fit into everything, especially since Gilbert had only recently brought Skip onto the show. Then there's Rashad McCants, who has been joking around about the situation, but it's hard to tell whether he's simply trolling or if he actually believes what he's been saying, especially after claiming with Lou Williams and the crew that Gilbert didn't really want him involved.
Ain't no sense.
So Gil left.
Gil,
Yes or no? Don't start.
I can't say Gil left. I feel like Gil be ducking me because I be tearing. That's how I feel. I feel like I be tearing when Gil can't handle that. Gil want to win. I be tearing up. I'm not gonna lie. I be tearing. He don't like, and I'm the nigga that just be going against the grain all the time. I done had a nigga.
At some point, they'll probably explain everything themselves, but there was one part of this whole situation that never really made sense to me. When Gilbert Arenas started cutting back the number of shows each week, I couldn't understand the decision from a creative standpoint. Now we know they're going to be doing 5 episodes a week with Playmaker, but back then I had no idea what Gilbert Arenas had agreed to in his contract. If those details weren't public, then that's completely their business. Still, when the schedule got reduced, my first reaction was, why would you slow down a show that's already on fire? That just felt like the wrong direction. Then, once it came out that Gilbert had made that deal, I started thinking maybe the people involved had more influence over the show than fans realized. Gilbert built the brand around his own name, brought the audience with him, and together with the rest of the crew, they created a product people wanted to watch every day. That's why I never really agreed with cutting back the content. Sometimes when you go into business with bigger companies, they also want a say in the creative decisions. They may look at budgets, marketing, and scheduling differently and decide that putting out fewer episodes makes more sense. But from a fan's perspective, that daily grind was part of what made Gilbert Arenas special. The consistency, the work ethic, and always being on top of the latest basketball stories kept people coming back. That steady schedule helped build the audience in the first place. I still think the show was going to keep growing either way because the fan base was already there. Gilbert's other channels are still performing well, the Gil's Arena name is expected to return to him, and now the show gets a fresh start with Playmaker. The only thing left to watch is how everything plays out with Rashad McCants and the rest of the cast. Right now, there is still a lot of unanswered questions about where everyone stands. Some fans are saying certain people weren't loyal through all of this, and Nick Young was even calling people out in real time over the situation. So we'll see how it all unfolds. Let me know what you think, because this story definitely doesn't feel like it's over yet.